enjoying themselves as well. So if somebody's enjoying themselves, they're going to work a bit harder in the bedroom, and both of you are going to be happier overall. And also, when we talk about um, sex and, like I said, relationship dynamics, there are hormones that are released during sex. If you're deriving more pleasure, you're going to release more hormones, which means that you actually bond with your partner more. You bond more if you're having good, fulfilling sex with each other.
Stronger
And
emotional connection.
Right, and that's something that we're kind of not speaking about. So it's not about, if you care about how a woman feels in the bedroom, that you're feminine or you're less masculine. No, it just shows that you're actually in a healthy relationship where you both care about each other and that each other's happy. That's how I see it.
Okay, thank you, Jess.
Okay.
You said some really
Thank
solid.
you.
You made some really solid points.
Really,
as
really
you
great
always do. You are wise beyond your years, and I thank you for coming through and joining in on the conversation.
Jessica, Jessica, you gotta slap somebody now. Gotta slap them.
I'm out of there.
Alexis K. Tyler.
Gotta slap somebody.
Why are you trying to have Jessica choose violence?
That ain't violence. It's ultimate pleasure. Ultimate pleasure.
I'm out. Bye.
Thanks, Jessica. Fantastic. What are your final thoughts?
Well, ladies, thank you as always for having me on your illustrious panel. There was this meme going by a couple of months back where they say, hey, get you someone that can do both. Ladies, get you a man that can do both. High value and high dick. Okay? You can't be high value with low dick. So I'm just saying, man, listen. I mean, pussy don't whip me, I whip pussy. As long as you live by that philosophy, man, everybody wins. All right.
Oh my God.
Hey, man, if she's not, you know what I mean? And again, there is a way you can tell she's faking, man. Again, shout out to Zero for coming up here with the actual biological breakdown. A woman has uncontrollable, biological reactions when she's actually having a fucking orgasm. That cannot be denied. She cannot fake that. It's just is what it is. But anyway, thanks. And dick runs the world. All right.
Oh my gosh. That's not what the saying says, but thank you, fantastic, for coming up and joining in on the conversation. You were the highlight because you had me rolling when you brought your tail up here. So thank you.
Baby, fantastic be talking all this shit in his dreams, honey. That girl gonna put that thing out on his ass.
We already know.
You know how a person be dreaming like, yeah, I beat it up.
Listen,
yeah,
you just gotta, because of his personality and who he is, you just gotta let him talk his smack. But we know at home what it is. But this was a super dope conversation, super dope panel, interesting the entire way through. So many good points were brought up and argued against and for. This was dope. I enjoyed this panel. So thank you to everybody who joined and added your perspectives. Thank you for everyone who super chatted, as well as the chat, for keeping it rocking. Thank you. That's all I got.
Fantastic. So he come with a prescription, damn it.
Talk smack 24/7. 24.
Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. And today we're talking about women's pleasure. Why? Because we're Black people. And Black people live in a matriarchy. And that's just what you do when you are in a archy of that type. I remember years ago, in fact, over a decade ago, I was watching a television show. This television show was called, I'm trying to think, Real Sex. Real Sex. And it featured a group of white women. And these white women got together, talked amongst themselves, and exchanged notes on how to give fellatio. They discussed with each other what are the best techniques for pleasing the penis. Penis. And you want to know why they did that? Because they are women. And they understand that because they live in a patriarchy. They understand that it is their duty to please the penis, not the other way around. They're not backwards like that. You see, Black people have a trouble, a problem, if you will. We never want to say, look at what Zog do. Ever. We see something that works, yet we still do our own thing. I'm thinking about like a bunch of Africans with spears and then a white guy with a machine gun attempting to colonize Africa. Guess who won that fight? Just saying. Hey, but you got the big one though. Really? Is that where we're at? Oh yeah. But you know, before I got hit with that machine gun, I was putting it down. Well, guess who's putting it down now? Ancestors. With your wife, your sister, your daughter, your mother, your grandmother, you know, guess who put it down in the end? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Maybe I should not have been so focused on that. Maybe there is a reason that I shouldn't be stuck on such base things. Perhaps I should move past that. I should concern myself with greater things than pleasuring a woman's pussy. You want to listen to GameChanger doing the night run. So what I heard here on the breakdown, the Black woman's perspective, was two women who obviously value sex and feels that men should value it as much as they should, or as much as they do, rather. Now, I get it, you know, you receive some sort of pleasure from it. However, that should not in any way, that should not in any way override the other functions of a man at all. You should not be picking a mate based on his penis performance, because first of all, it means that you gotta fuck a lot of guys to find out who has the best dick, which is like, what the hell is wrong with you? And then it means that he is bound to your pleasure. Everything he creates can be destroyed if your sexual needs are not met. So in addition to everything else he has to do in a man, as a man, he has to assure that this is done. And if he doesn't, then you don't get any men at all. And that's why you don't have any men at all. I'm talking to the plurality of Black women. You ever think that you have too many fucking criterias and you don't have anything to offer in its place? You ever stop and think about that? Oh, he's got to have 6 figures. He's got to be 6 foot. He's got to have a 6-pack, and he's got to have a good D. And that's why you're single. You see, we live in a culture that is constantly saying, what do the woman want? What do this vagina want? How do I get it wet? We live in a society that is constantly focused on that. And we don't get anything else done, but we get it wet. It's very backwards. Every other group of women, how do I get that penis hard? Every other group of women, how do I get that penis hard? That's what they're focused on. How do I get that penis hard? We're gonna get together in dick suck circles and try to figure it out. How do I get him off? Read Cosmo and you know what I'm talking about. Tips and tricks that'll drive him wild. Sponsored by Victoria's Secret. No smudge lipstick. Because you know you don't want to leave a ring around it. Everybody else seems to have criterias for the woman, while the men have criterias for, while the women in our community have criteria for the men on something as obvious as sex. It's obvious that that this is what women do with and for men. That has been the way it was in every functioning society ever. It is a woman's duty to please a man. So now we have an additional thing that these women, and keep in mind, these are largely large women. By large, I mean fat and unattractive. Yet they are demanding prime penis, and we are basing our masculinity on our ability to give substandard women collectively above standard performance? I can't believe this. You do not deserve penis. I am going to place it in you, wriggle it around randomly until I am done. I'm Mr. Bitch. I am Mr. I'm going to do my business. Oh, Celie, you make it sound like he going to the toilet on you. That's what it feel like. I don't give a fuck what you feel. I'm going to do my business. That's how babies get born. You want to know what sex is? You want to know what sex is in every species of mammals out there? You want to know what sex is? I'm going to tell y'all what sex is. Sex is something that begins with my dick getting hard and ends with it getting soft. That's it. My penis is the beginning and the end. It is the alpha and the omega and every other fraternity between it. God damn it. Sex is it. It doesn't exist without my penis. You only need one. And for them to say, you know, oh, it's necessary. My pleasure is necessary. Bullshit. Babies are born whether you have pleasure or not. The world turns when you have pleasure or not. You know, 75% of women don't get pleasure, and society keeps going. You want to know why? Because it don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. Now, what if Thanos snapped? What if Thanos snapped here on Earth and men didn't get any pleasure from sex? In fact, what if it was worse? What if every time you came, it hurted? The world will cease to exist. If I don't get my nut, everything will collapse. Starting with the pyramids, every single thing that we have built will slowly collapse. Buildings will fall, the Statue of Liberty will fall, everything will fall until my penis is satisfied. The world revolves around you sucking my penis. Period. The world goes on whether you have sex or not, or whether you have an orgasm or not. And here's another thing. If you are worried about your physical pleasure, then you are deriving pleasure in the wrong way. You're wired improperly. Your brain wires isn't connected properly. Why? Because what it is what sex is, my penis, what sex is the body's way of celebrating the possibility of conception. I'm going to repeat that. Sex is the body's way of celebrating the possibility of connection, of conception, meaning that you need to be wired to receive your pleasure when I receive mine, because when I receive mine, that's when the possibility of conception begins. Care about your pleasures? Can't believe this. Now, David Johnson brought up a point, and he was saying that, something about, hold on. Oh, this is the wrong one. No wonder I can't find it. All right, hold on. I'm going back to the video. Did they take it down? It's only a video from 4 days ago. Oh, well, it looks like they took it down. But David Johnson said something, and he said, shouldn't you concern yourself with her pleasure just to intensify yours? Yes. That is the only reason why I care. And I said it in my thing. Listen, I concern myself with her sexual pleasure because I want to secure future pleasures for myself. What's going on, Chantel? I concern myself with her sexual pleasures because, and only because, I want to secure future pleasures for myself, period. Now, ladies, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? That shows how selfish you are. That shows that you have an ability to give 100% of pleasure. But what do you do? You try to give out as little as possible. You try to give out incremental pleasure. Basically, when he gives 50%, you give 50%. When he gives 55%, you give 55%. You try to ration it off in order to encourage it. You're just trying to hang maximum pleasure in front of me like some carrot? Like the carrot in the stick? No, this isn't the carrot in the stick. This is the carrot in the dick. And that means you will give me 100% each and every single time my penis get hard. You worthless woman. You are on, don't you know you are in an interview? God damn it, mustache hair. You are in an interview. I am interviewing your pussy to see if it's worthy. Okay? And it's for life. It is for life. You are to give your best performance. You don't wait until you get a raise to flip the burgers at maximum capacity. I want your pussy at maximum capacity at all times, or else you will fall short. God damn it. You think about yourself later, or you rewire your brain to receive pleasure from giving me it. Now, I want to show y'all something, and then I'm going to re-examine the video. I'm going to show y'all something, and I want y'all, and I want y'all to see like who is the better thing in this scenario. Hold on, let me see if I could find it. Dang it. Oh, that's not it. All right. I don't know. So, by the way, I'm looking at the movie. Y'all check it out. It's called Goodbye, Uncle Tom. But I'm looking for one scene in particular. Dang, that dude don't have no arms. All right, hold on. It's not here. Oh, wait, is this it? Hold on. All right, I'll find it later. I can't find it. I don't have time to just like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, no, that's something else. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, fair use, people, fair use. All right, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right, so let me share screens. No, I'm gonna do that too. Let me just do this first. Fair use, people. Now, for those of you, I'm not gonna play the audio, but just so y'all know what's going on, this is a slave owner. He owns a bunch of bucks. And what you have here is a young virgin slave girl who her master is trying to, impregnate. And take a look at what happened. Yep, look at these guys. Look at their thirst. Oh yes, me. Pick me. Come on, pick me. Look, pick me. Let me have it. Come on, let me get some. Come on. And that's the girl. And she's scared. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, look at my muscle. Look at me. One arm shorter than the other. Look. Let me pick one. That is what we look like. That is what we look like to the world. And that is the one that get picked. That's it. That's how we look. Look at the power dynamic that's going on here. That's how we look. Happiest day of my life. That's something that has been taught to us. This whole buck breeding mentality, until we get past it, we'll never move forward as a people. Now, who do you think is on the top of the hierarchy in this dynamic? Who do you think has the power in this dynamic? And who do you think is more concerned with laying pipe? Brothers, we got to get it together. Now, let me bring up the breakdown. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. All right. All right, now let me go to the proper time. Give me a second, y'all. I wrote it down, so I'll just start like 30 seconds before it. And share screen, hit the like button, please.
Finish my satisfaction to uplift your ego. It's not going to happen. And men should also understand that they should be in the same conversation.
And bring the rabbit too. We'll have a 2.5 some.
Listen, that Bob ain't got these big ass hands to be smacking them cheeks either right now.
Okay. Who was the next person?
Let's get Mrs. Black.
And cheeks. I'm telling you this, that Bob ain't gonna pick your ass up and throw you around like a damn rag doll either, goddamn.
Yeah, Fatso. They don't know. They don't know
Wait
nothing
till
about
these
none of
male
that,
sex
Fatso.
dolls come out. They'll be able to.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, right.
Oh, so sex dolls is okay for y'all, Jessica. That's what you're saying. For the men it's weird, but for women it's okay. See this shit, bro?
Double standard.
Double standards.
But Mrs. Black, what's going on, lady? What you got? Oh,
Good evening.
Hey.
I
Mrs. Black.
would say that a woman's orgasm, me personally, I think it's up to a woman to communicate her sexual desires and her needs. You don't go.
Y'all hear this talk? It's up to a woman to communicate her sexual desires and need. Basically, it's up to her to tell you what to do. It's up to her to give you the necessary commands to please her better. I want you to listen to this woman speak. Listen to this woman speak and listen at how concerned she is with her pleasure and not at all with the man's pleasure. This is where this thinking leads.
Go to any restaurant and expect them to know what you want. If there's something you want,
go to any restaurant and expect them to know what you want. So basically, she looks at the situation. She looks at sex as a situation where she is a customer and you are her servant. Once again, sex for her is a situation where she is the customer and you are her servant.
that's your responsibility to communicate it. And in the same conversation, if a man can't handle you requesting pleasure, then he's not the man for you. And there are.
Now, a man is more than willing to accept that request, as long as that's your only request. However, y'all do have general requests of masculinity as well. And with each request, your mating pool shrinks. Like penis when you tell them what to do during sex.
Are more than enough men out there that their number one goal is satisfaction. It should not be about bruising a man's ego, because trust.
Her number one goal is satisfaction? Is this our women talking? Their number one goal is sexual satisfaction? So it's not, having a happy husband. It's not having happy children, functional children, a happy household. No, that's not their number one goal. Their number one goal is their own sexual pleasure. Good to know. Good to know.
I can believe if a man is not satisfied, he's going to let you know. And baby, I'm gonna need you to do something. Check out this video. I thought maybe we can try, but for whatever reason, women feel they're not taught. I would say they're not taught to communicate their needs, their wants.
That is because it don't matter. The man's not there to please you. You're there to please the man. So shut the fuck up. Tell me what to do. I am giving you penis, not the other way around. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Their desires, and that's, to me, that's really a bad thing, because you best believe if I'm not getting mine, well then you gotta go. I can't do it.
Well then you gotta go? What do you mean mine? There's no mine in it. Do you have a penis? No, it's only mine. It's only mine. See, that's what I'm talking about. If I don't get mine, what kind of thinking is this? What kind of thinking is this? If I don't get mine, you got to go. What kind of crap is this? Y'all see where this leads? This leads to the thought that you are to give her something. You have between the time from when my penis turns hard to when it turns soft to get whatever you need out of it. If I don't get mine, you got to go. You are a pleasure giver. God damn it. You need to learn how to get yours from me getting mine. You need to learn how to take pleasure from pleasing. You miswired woman. Fucking broken vaginas. Broken vaginas, a lot of them.
It's not, I'm not going to diminish my satisfaction to
my satisfaction. Fuck your satisfaction. Satisfaction? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This chick said diminish my satisfaction. Your satisfaction don't mean shit. All right? Your satisfaction don't. Learn to get satisfaction from satisfying my penis. She had the audacity to say my satisfaction. What the fuck? It's not important. The most important thing is that I get mine. That is the most important thing in this planet, is that I get mine. And if you want yours, learn to get it by giving it. Learn to take pleasure from pleasing. Or you just walk around with some dead nerve endings inside of a hole that you call vagina. The fuck are you? Telling me how I receive my pleasures. Say, you need to be vocal about what the hell? No. I'm not gonna be inside a chick while she's yelling up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start. Nope. This chick is crazy.
To uplift your ego. It's not gonna happen. And men should also understand that
it's not a matter of uplifting my ego, it's a matter of uplifting my penis. See, this is why I say fat women aren't women, because they have not taken time out to consider a man's pleasure. And that's what's in a woman's nature to do. They have not, their nature isn't wired to please men. You are going to be a lifetime of misery dealing with a fat chick. It will be a lifetime of misery dealing with a fat chick. Why? Because she's only concerned about her instant and base gratification. That's why she eat the way she do. That's why she work out the way she do. Everything she do is about her immediate fulfillment with no consideration for anything else. Most importantly, my penis. That is a lie. That is a lie, Miss Dependent. Hold on. Listen to me and listen to me good. That is a lie. That is a lie. Fat women don't go extra at anything ever in their life. If they went extra, their ass wouldn't be fat in the first place. They only go extra in food. They get extra fucking cheese on chili cheese fries and shit like that. Listen, if they were regular women, they wouldn't be fat in the first place.
They should be willing to be open to listen to a woman's communication. It's not saying you're bad. It's just
open to listen to a woman's communication. She needs to be moaning and shit, or sitting there silently as I do my business.
saying you can improve. When your boss at work tells you, hey, this is what you need to do to get to the next.
And another thing, Mr. Pendant, that's just a rumor that fat chicks made up so somebody will fuck them. And that's something that that dudes that fuck them make up so they can excuse fucking them. I ain't never fucked a fat bitch. I never will. But I know a chick who's lying when I hear one. I'm going to go the extra mile. She already went the extra mile. It's called a treadmill. I'm talking about the ones I fuck.
Next level, you don't go off on him, or you don't feel your ego is bruised.
What the hell? Damn it, Moses. Listen to me and listen to me good. Extra cushion for the pushing. That's not cushion. It's fat. Okay. Like, and it means that you don't have, it's in the thighs and stuff. Your penis might not be in it. You're not pushing inside the vagina. You're pushing inside like thigh sweat and stuff like that. The whole biology of it is just off.
You should definitely take that same type of energy and use it in your relationship.
So I didn't even know women weren't out here coming. I didn't even know women. I'm thinking women getting 2 or 3 comes. Like I get women to get 2 or 3 comes.
Wow.
I didn't even know women out here coming.
Here we go with the penis bragging. Come on now, David.
No, child, let me read the super chat. Shout out to brother Leo Anthony. Hey, Leo. He says men are more willing to work with a woman if the sex is bad, as long as she is trying. Women often won't communicate they're unhappy or try to teach the guy they expect you to know or figure it out.
Of course not. Men are the leaders, so it's expected. Like, as a man, you're supposed to lead and teach.
Exactly. Keith got it right. How's she gonna go the extra mile when her cardio gives out the first quarter mile? Exactly. She can't do stuff. She can't do a ninja flip. She can't do the splits. I'm not talking about those fat people splits that we see from time to time. I'm talking about putting your foot behind your head. I'm talking about doing a bow and arrow. Look it up. She don't have powers like skinny women have.
Teach. So I can understand why that dynamic exists. I mean, I do think it's important for the woman to express what she needs and she wants, but I can understand why some women, especially young girls, might have a problem communicating that to a man, and they just may ghost him or whatever.
But everybody's different, though. That's the reason why communication is so necessary.
Every woman's body is different. What pleases one woman might not please the next. So you definitely, women, should open your mouth and say, hey, this is what helps me get there, or this is what you need to
No, you should close your mouth once the penis is inside of it. This is just madness.
Do left, right, down, back, harder, slower, whatever the case may
But
be.
that starts, Miss
Throw
Black,
that dick in the
with
circle.
knowing yourself.
Oh my
Like some
God.
women don't.
Exactly. But that's not a man's fault to teach you to know.
I'm not
That's
saying that
something
it
you
is.
should know by yourself. That's something that's self-reflection. If I don't know how to please me, how can I teach you or instruct you how to?
She said, how can I teach you or instruct you how to please me? Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? You see the arrogance that this thinking breeds? I am the teacher. You are to learn how to please me. Sex is me teaching you how to please me. What the fuck? Got relationships all twisted. All backwards.
Right.
Oh goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold up. Okay, let me just go.
Okay. I'm not sure if
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I did have another question for the panel. And my question to the panel is, does it matter if you feel like you're the prize in the relationship as far as your partner being pleased? Like if you feel like you're providing, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do as a man, you handling business, she able to do this, that, and the third, she ain't got to spend all her money. Is it more important for her to please you than for you to please her? Or is it an equal exchange?
That's the same question. The fact that they asked the question is just, what the hell? It's infinitely more important for her to please me than her pleasure. There's too many backwards chicks out there. That's what sex is. That's why it's called sex.
Well, let me say this. I mean, women don't have to do much. I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's a whole lot easier for a woman to please a man than for it is a man to please a woman.
Facts.
What is you doing? Ma'am, hold on. T Rose, let me help you out here, sis. I'm a man, okay? Before I touched pussy, I had two hands, okay? I didn't need pussy to get a nut, all right? Man never needs.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's a lot more. Women have to put in a lot more work.
No, all she needed some friction. All she needed some friction.
Right.
She got.
We think 2 minute brothers come from. It don't take nothing.
I think it's less work for women. It's less work for women.
Yeah, it's far less work. Not a problem at all. But it's T Rose. Hey, them 14 inches. So hey, we see how you get down. So hey, you might be true. I'm just saying, 14 inches. Like shit. Sister, congrats. But it's definitely the woman should make sure that she's pleasing the man when the man's providing and doing all these things, high value or not, because she's being provided for. So that would be without question. But for her to at the same time to expect pleasure back, I don't think that's out of line or just too much. I mean, like I said, I don't feel like you ought to have fucking like the best experience every time, whatnot, what have you. But it should never get stale and dull to the point where it's unenjoyable. And you guys, communication is a big part. Another big thing too is like I said, talking and training a woman, because again, every man is not the same. Even if a man is the same anatomically, right? We pause. But you have the same man that's anatomically the same, he's not gonna like the same thing. So teaching your woman the process of learning your body, what you like, and you guys get that mutual thing, that's a big part too.
You're actually correct, Mr. Fantastic.
I know you ain't got to tell me, girl. I
do want to say this though. I don't think that the fact that a man is providing has anything to do with it. You providing a certain lifestyle with me is not going to be more motivation for me to ensure that you are pleased. The fact that I'm deciding to be with you means that I care about whether or not you're pleased.
Ain't that a B word? I'm trying to reduce my cursing, but ain't that a B? This is what you sound like. Black women, take notes. Take notes. Take notes. I want y'all to to tattoo this on your titty. I want y'all to tattoo this on your titty. This is why y'all fail. This is why y'all fail. It's because of women like this that y'all struggle in the department of high value man. You know what you just said? Just because you're providing for me and stuff like that, that doesn't mean I'm going to put it down for you in the bedroom. What? What? Excuse me? Do you realize how bad you look to men with money by saying that? Do you know how bad you made your tribe look to men with money? Y'all are like horrible at advertising your wares to society, and you wonder why it sells for less than any other group of women. Because y'all have people that say stuff like that. Hold on, let me take off the fast motion, and I want y'all to hear this. I'll do 9. All right.
The same thing. So teaching your woman the process of learning your body and what you like, and you guys get that mutual thing, that's a big part of it too.
You're actually correct, Mr. Fantastic.
I know you ain't gotta tell me, girl. Hey, you know ain't nothing.
I do want to say this though. I don't think that the fact that a man is providing has anything to do with it.
Oh God. Oh God. They just like completely disrespected a man's provisions. Or I should say she did. She just completely disrespected a man's provision. The fact that you providing don't have anything to do with it. Okay. Difference between Keisha and Maria, number 1. So it's like a week ago they were asking, you know, do y'all feel comfortable being Keisha's meal ticket? Well, guess what? If she needs a meal ticket and you are her meal ticket, the fact that you are providing means everything to her. And that is one of the many differences between Keisha and Maria.
Providing a certain lifestyle with me is not going to be more motivation for me to ensure that you are pleased.
Oh, that is a difference between Keisha and Maria and Ling Ling and Chi Chi and even Becky. That's pretty much the difference between any woman on the planet. Well, how come Keisha is poor too? Well, that's the only thing y'all have in common with a woman from a developing country. Everything else is different, starting with the fact that the hair that you buy grows out of their scalp. Everything is different. They do not say stuff like that. They don't even think it. They don't even think it. That is just insane. Let's hear it again. Let us hear it again. All right, I'm just go back 10 seconds this time. Let's see.
Thing, that's a big part of it too.
You're actually correct, Mr. Fantastic.
I know you ain't gotta tell me, girl. Hey, you know ain't nothing.
I do want to say.
Hold on. I think that this is worthy. This is worthy. Fellas, y'all need to take notes on this. This is what goes through their brain. Why can I get a high value man? Okay, let's listen.
I do want to say this though. I don't think that the fact that a man is providing has anything to do with it. You providing a certain lifestyle with me is not going to be more motivation for me to ensure that you are pleased.
Oh, that was actually said? That was actually said? They're saying basically, I want you to work hard, become a high value man, put me in a certain lifestyle, and you'll still get basic pussy. Oh! Every bit of sexual motivation that you have to excel should not apply to Black women. Oh! Maria, here I come. Oh! Thank you for that stove, Poppy. Oh! Thank you for increasing or improving my lifestyle, Poppy. Oh! Yeah, I need to clip that forever, huh, Keith? Oh, man. See, I don't want to play it because I got a feeling every time I do, a white woman marries a black woman. Like, I got a feeling every time I play this clip, a white woman steals a black woman. A white woman steals a black man from a black woman. I feel that should just be like, you know, instead for wedding bells, they should play that. Like, so, fellas, y'all should clip it. Y'all should clip it. Y'all should clip it and keep it for the phone. So the next time you're at a family gathering and be like, hey, why do all these high post brothers go to the Beckys? And then you just hit the play button. And then, oh, what? Play it again? Play it again? All right, let's play it again. Super slow motion. Hold on.
Dang, that's a big part of it too.
You're actually correct, Mr. Fantastic.
I know you ain't gotta tell me, girl. Hey, you know I ain't
I do want to say this though. I don't think that the fact that a man is providing has anything to do with it. You providing a certain lifestyle with me is not going to be more motivation for me to ensure that you are pleased. The fact that
oh my God. That should just like be engraved in a black man's brain forever. That should be engraved in a black man's brain forever. Oh man. Whenever they say something about not building or anything like that, that should be like the ultimate response. Oh man.
I'm deciding to be with you means that I care about whether or not you're pleased sexually as well. So the fact that like you being high value and providing a certain lifestyle for me, that has no bearing on me wanting to ensure that my partner is pleased.
Said it twice. Said it twice. That was 2 times. Said it twice. Said it twice. Had time to think about it, and like, yes, I want to reiterate that you being highly successful and you being a high value man doesn't really equate to better pussy for you with me. Said it twice. Said it twice. Said it twice.
Well,
I gotta give you a little pushback.
Man. I go ahead, Sister George.
Okay.
What was she saying about high value man? Oh gosh. Deacon Dave, I appreciate the super chat. It says YouTube gold. Absolutely. This is YouTube like platinum and shit. Yeah. YouTube diamonds. Yeah.
I gotta give you a little pushback on that because
Keith Lamar said GameChanger. That is insane that she basically just said that all of that has no value. That is why they are baby mamas to losers. Like, I don't know if that's an individual thing. I hope not. But I mean, just like generally speaking, yeah, it's a very backwards culture if y'all think that. Because basically, women who are motivated to be with a high value man will express her motivations. And your vagina will always be behind those. Always.
Because the simple fact is, if we're being honest, not a lot of men are high value. High value man is now the prize. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. To some women.
To some women. Oh. Keisha is taking an L today.
No, I'm gonna say to most women because most women are trying to get somebody making over 6 figures. If they have something going for themselves,
it's most non-Keisha women. It's most non-Keisha women. It's most non-Keisha women.
Most of them I know, but
apparently most of them aren't having orgasms either. So there's that.
That part too. But I'm saying, like, if you have somebody that is really, really
hit the like button, please.
Considered valuable, and you half-assing it, or you don't really care about.
I want to point out that she used the word half-assing. That is the perfect name for poor sexual performance. You are literally half-assing. You are giving up half the ass. Oh, this is killer. This is killer.
Doing the things that are going to please him, then he has more options than you have options as a man to go out and do whatever.
And he do. And he do. And then y'all ask questions like, why is he doing that? Why do they take trips where women appreciate the man's productivity? Why? Keisha is just the same. Oh, God. It's like, listen, your shame tactics don't work. You actually have to fuck them.
I think women have the options to have sex, but we don't actually have as many options as men to who wants to marry us. So I think that's the divide.
Basically, what Concrete Rose said was, or C Rose, basically what she said was, if you're wealthy, other women's pussy is better. Is essentially what she said. Essentially what she said was, if you are wealthy, other women's vagina is better.
To me.
Yeah, but you're misconstruing my statement. I said that no matter what, if he's a high value man or not, me deciding to be with you, I'm going to be concerned about you being pleased. So whether or not it's a high value man, you can be a middle income earner. And the fact that I've decided. Sorry about that. You've asked me to be your partner and I've accepted. I'm going to have a desire to ensure that you are pleased sexually.
Okay, but there is something in reserve because you, if you're not motivated to do better, then that means that there is a better to do. You just lack the motivation for it.
Right. Despite how much you earn, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want you to be pleased regardless because I've opted to be your partner.
That's right.
Okay. Well, but let's not skip over the fact that if a man is doing, and that's not to say a man or a woman is doing or going above and beyond what they need to do in a relationship, I think that has a lot to do with the other partner's willingness to try and be more experimental and to have more of a desire to please them.
Huh?
Oh, that's a good point.
Wait, what did she say? Yeah, gotta forgive me if I replay stuff. She's probably a big girl, and I don't listen to them enough to like understand their pattern of speech.
Please, regardless, because I've opted to be your partner.
That's right.
Okay. Well, but let's not skip over the fact that if a man is doing, and that's not to say a man or a woman is doing or going above and beyond what they need to do in a relationship, I think that has a lot to do with the other partner's willingness to try and be more experimental and to have more of a desire to please them.
Oh, that's a good point, Mrs. Black. But when you say that, like, to me, like, I have to like kind of like, for me, I'm thinking like, what does that mean? To me, my partner goes above and beyond, and he does not make over six figures. So above and beyond,
How did this switch between the man going above and beyond for the woman now? Are you going above and beyond for him is the question, but you know.
The most chivalrous man I've ever met. He does all things to ensure that, you know, he like gifts me and, you know, does romantic things.
Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad.
And he does not make over six figures. So when you say, okay, I just want to
the tax bracket is a plus, but that is not the end all be all.
Can I say something about this? See, the thing about it is, I'm getting really tired of this quote unquote high value man thing with the 6-figure bracket. Because here's the thing, I actually make double that, and I don't consider most men who only make $100,000 to be less than high value. As long, because see, here's the thing, it goes into. Let me just properly introduce myself, because just so you know, I live and work in New York City. I work on Wall Street. Right now, I work mostly from home because our offices are closed because of my dumb mayor. So anyway, the thing about it is, women need to be able to recognize a man who has potential in his future. Instead of trying to wait by the finish line for the guy who's already making 100,000, they should be looking at the guys who are making 70 and 80, because that guy's obviously set in his career and he's working his way up. And it's not just about the money. What about the healthcare that his plan he has? What about his pension? What about the other things? He may already have a house, but he doesn't make $100,000 even here. He could be making about $90,000 and he could still have his own house. He could be. So my thing is, it sounds really materialistic, and it really makes people think that the only thing a woman's concerned about is how much money he's making, when there's other factors that also matter. Because just because a man is making $100,000 or more, and maybe he's in a corporate system, that
apparently the other factors that matter is penis.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to have his net income is going to be that 6-figure salary. He might have to pay for his own healthcare. He might have to pay for his own 401k. There's other factors that you have to look into. So instead of just waiting by the finish line, and I think a lot of women are literally pricing themselves out by doing that. First of all, the time and the math is not on a woman's side. Men are outnumbered by women. So that means 100% of men can get married before 100% of women. Next, you only have until you're about 40 before those eggs decide to start turning against you and rot you inside out.
And they want the whole universe.
Wow. Finish your statement.
Big truck, big.
Hold on. You have to drop those babies, and you have to do it in a way where you know that you're going to be secure, which is why I say you should be married before you're carrying, just like basically Samuel says. And I've always said that. You should be married before you're having a man's children. So this way, he has investment in you rather than him saying, you know what, she's suddenly not pleasing me anymore. I'm just going to leave. And that, my bottom line is, women are pricing themselves out. And then by the time you turn around and realize, oh man, I should have stayed with him because he was actually doing things. He was doing things good and everything. And now he's gone and gotten a woman half your age, because a man who suddenly starts making that kind of money has that opportunity. My ex-girlfriend, I was dating her and I helped her get a job because she barely worked, but I helped her get a job. During coronavirus, she could have been making $80,000 to $90,000, but she decided to quit that job because she just didn't feel like doing it. Now, they weren't trying to fire her. She just, for reasons, she said she didn't want to do it. And I was like, yo, but listen, you can't be just staying at home watching television all the time, just chilling. But she decided to do her own thing, and we broke up, right? So the thing about it is, here she is, 40, single, unmarried, no children, living in her father's attic. And meanwhile, I've got 2 houses, and I'm dating a chick who's 23, I'm 39. So I'm saying, you got to stop with that. You're pricing yourselves out.
I agree. I often say that men have inherent value that's not calculable.
The word is intrinsic value.
I think that they the value of a man, like there's value that you can't even quantify. When we talk about like the protection that, like my fiance is the person that is going to stand between me and someone trying to break into my home. So if someone is willing to put their life,
then fuck him accordingly. Stop worrying about your sexual pleasure. Like, you want that and
on the line for you. How do you put a value on that?
Thank you. Do you have a man who just wears a suit and looks flashy, or do you have a man that if somebody tries to break in at 5 in the morning, he's gonna pull his AR-15 out and start shooting? Which one do you have?
Or whoop his ass. She gonna get instantly wet after you whoop his ass. After you break in and you whoop his ass, your girl.
I ain't got time for fist fights. Sorry.
I'm going to read the super chat, and then I'm going to get GameChanger and Hannah Force up in here. Shout out to Hybrid Vigor. He says, survey showed women still preferred penetration, which is left out of your lesbian research. I don't know which one of y'all was doing lesbian research, but thank you so much.
Yeah, maybe you can explain yourself on that one, Hybrid Vigor. That's one of those WTFs.
Get a chance to actually comment. I think she just chimed in briefly, but Jessica, did you want to add to the conversation before we go to GC?
I think in the bedroom it's a two-way streets. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like you can't say that, you know, your partner's sexual satisfaction means nothing to you. I mean, if we look at even when you look at how sex can affect your mood and just your feeling in general, you want to make sure that person is satisfied, at least in my opinion. So when you're saying, listen, it's all about me, I don't care about you in the bedroom, that's selfish. I don't feel that's healthy for a relationship necessarily. But then it comes to the point where, how much do you expect from a guy in the bedroom? If you have a guy that's out working, just say he's doing a job that's hard labor, you can't expect him to come and blow your back out every night. He might not have it in him. He might just genuinely be too tired.
Oh,
no, that's right.
Speak for yourself, for real.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? The over expectation. Now, let's just I'm going to give a name to just a general name for a non-Keisha, because we kind of like divided into, you know, all different categories, and we have a name like, you know, Rebecca, Karen, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to think up a name for all non-Keishas. What would, Natalie. Spread the word. Every time I say Natalie, I'm referring to a woman who is not Keisha. Natalie. You go home to Natalie after a hard day's work, and she wants to make sure that you have some pleasure so you feel comfortable going back to work. You go home to Keisha, and after a hard day's work, fuck that, I need you to do some more work. You have to work and then more work. The thing that should be pleasurable to you is now in addition to work. Is additional work. Just saying. If you wonder why people prefer Natalie, once again, Natalie is everybody but Keisha. Over Keisha? That's it.
Oh, Jessica. I want to know.
Muster that energy up.
Baby,
You better muster that energy up. It reminds me of that scene from Django, where they finally, like, it seemed like it was a long walk. Everybody else was on horses, or they were in that little trailer, the Victorian and stuff. Everybody else had a means of getting there, but the slaves were walking. And then when they finally got there, they said, we don't walk here, we run. It's like, yeah, after the long walk to Candyland, once you got there, you was made to run. Like, dang, that is the life of a slave. And that is the life of a modern Black man. You go to work after a hard day work of dealing with your boss or society. You come home to another hard day of work. Oh, and don't think she cooked, because that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Every time these chicks sing, a white girl gets her wings. Like, this is, or gets a ring. Every time. Dang. It's I don't know. The rate that they talk Black men out of Keisha is just spectacular. Just to be clear, GC, at the end when I came on my choral, okay, let me start again. Just to be clear, GC, at the end when I came on, my choral wasn't with you. It was with the person who said that animals aren't hardwired to have sex. That was Jessica, though. Like, I'll play it for you later, but that was Jessica who said that not that they weren't hardwired to have sex, but they weren't hardwired to receive pleasure from sex. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. Trust me, I'm going to cover that portion too. Technically, animals are hardwired to have sex during heat and gain pleasure. Females, see, I get where you're going with this. Like, let's just take apes, for example. Outside of the bonobo, the apes do have to be in menses before they have sex. Like, the chimpanzee, they see the red booty and they know that they got to do that duty. You know, they know that. They know that when that cycle is there, they're going to, you know. But we were talking about the male of the species. We're talking about the male of the species, not the female. Yeah, and so which means that once again, the male's pleasure is far more important. That's what I was getting at. That was the underlying thesis of what I was saying. So yeah, it's good. And thank you for becoming a channel member. Let's see. Appreciate you a lot. And got another one. Let's see. Oh, my bad. No, it's cool. It's cool. I wasn't against you. I was just saying, like, you know, for someone to say that, you know, male mammals don't get pleasure from sex, never had their leg humped by a chihuahua. Like, that's just like, really? I mean, they've never been to the zoo. Like, those chimps will just spank it right in front of you. The monkeys would definitely spank it. That's probably why they call it spanking the monkey. Like, I mean, you know, they definitely get pleasure. I mean, to say that would be to say that, you know, oh, dang, I think that I'm going to breed right now. I think it's time for me as a male dog to breed with a female dog. It's a daunting task, but it's something that must be done. I am a sophisticated species of animals, and, you know, basically, is this like a Vulcan dog or something like that? Is this like a dog with pointy ears that just wait every 7 years to procreate? Like, no. No. They're mammals and they just hump when it's there. You know, like those dogs, look, when that pink thing comes out, they have this better than sausages.
There has to be a line of like what's realistic and what's not in a relationship, but for someone to completely not care.
It's realistic, Jessica.
So Jessica's trying to be realistic, and they're just increasing their demands. And y'all ever notice that in the Black community, the younger, hotter, sexier, childless has more demands, or excuse me, have less demands than the opposite? It's so backwards.
Slam your Redpill, keep it moving.
Get home.
Okay, GC, what do you have? What are your thoughts? GameChanger? Okay, we'll come back to him. What about Hannah Forrest? Are you there? Oh, okay, GC, what do you got?
So I was saying, somebody was saying that it should not be that important to women, the man's sexual performance, and I definitely agree that it should be like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is something. It's a good source of pleasure. However, if you're looking at a virtuous woman, she should be looking for other qualities in a man. And if she's not that type of woman, then she will just have sexual requirements because her only desires for a relationship is selfish. Now, that's why we have so many women, particularly in now, once again, when I made my inaugural statement, it was this, that a virtuous woman would not have that high on her list of priorities, is basically what I'm getting at. You know, and then of course the outcome of that is you don't care about a woman's pleasure, which is not the same thing, but you know, that's what was heard. Community that remains in this perpetual cycle of being unfulfilled sexually and otherwise, because they have a very masculine requirement on men, because traditionally, and by traditionally I mean since the beginning of time, you know, it has been a female's duty to please the man. Now they're trying to reverse that and saying it's a man's duty to please the woman. You know, you had a lady up here, I don't know if she's still here, but she was saying something like, you know, I will give, you know, I should, orders, I should give commands. You should be able to tell him what to do. Like, she's dictating how she takes dick. Like, I don't, and this is
more. I'm glad you said that, just in case you were wondering. And I still stand by that.
Yeah, good. And sit on it and spin on it and take it from behind too. But I mean, as a woman, that's what you're supposed to do. Like,
you know, you can challenge people's ideas, but like, let's not challenge the person. So go ahead, GC.
I don't get that. Kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't telling. I'm like, you know, like these are sexual positions. Like, these are things that women do sexually. So do it. Like, I mean, don't just stand by the word that you should please me. Actually please that penis. That's what I was saying. that is challenging that idea that you should just like receive pleasure.
How's that challenging the person?
I'm not saying that you. I'm not saying that you did. I'm just putting it out there before it gets to that point. I didn't say that you challenged her.
Okay, fair enough. So my overall point is that we are reversing the gender roles. We're reversing the gender roles with this rhetoric. You know, men pleasing women don't. That's a byproduct of a man getting pleased. Exactly. You get that byproduct. It's just the byproduct of me getting my pleasure. It's like, oh, you got yours too. That's cool.
I find that to be a very, very interesting point. And when you said that it's like women are exercising masculine energy by wanting to be pleased, is that?
Yes. Yes, a woman in bed who's telling you what to do, how to give penis is definitely exercising masculine energy. She's not doing any other kind of exercises, but she's exercising masculine energy.
Like a two-way street, isn't that important in a relationship to a certain degree? I'm not saying like, I don't necessarily think it's gender roles outside of the bedroom. I think
it's so let me see if I get this straight. You want a man to be dominant in every other facet of your life and then be told what to do in the bedroom? So he's a breadwinner, he's chivalrous, you know, he opens the door and then he just goes home and, you know, he's just told like, you know, take off them drawers, hurry up and get hard. And then you put on a drill sergeant hat and you say, left, right, left, right, left, right. Pick up your step to left, right, left, right. That's you. Like that. It's very bizarre relationships that they speak of.
The bedroom is supposed to be undefiled. That's supposed to be the place where you're supposed to be able to be you, and everybody's supposed to.
Yes. You are being you. I mean, I'm a man and I want to be pleased. And you're a woman and you are to please me.
Be able to get it in. What do you think about that?
Gender is not a role. Gender is what you are in the bedroom, out the bedroom, in the kitchen, out the kitchen, you know, in the boardroom, out the boardroom. It's just what you are. Each and every single facet of your life, you are a woman and it is your duty to please me. Therefore, not
Gender, take the words out of my mouth.
Not the other way around, you know. I mean, and if you are concerned in your pleasure while in a process of duty, yes, it is most certainly your duty to please me.
You damn right.
And if you are concerned with your own pleasure while you are supposed to be focused on mine, then you know you are derelict in your duty. Absolutely.
So then let me ask you a question. Keeping up dealing with Ray and Pookie behind your back because you're not blowing her back out and she needs to find somebody else who's doing it.
Now, what is that? What is that? What was the name that I had for non-Keishas? Dang it, I forgot already. Zero, you threw me off with Tiffany. It wasn't Karen. Dang, what was it? It was Natalie. It was Natalie. Y'all know where I got that name from? I got that from Facts of Life. Natalie. There's another Natalie. Don't get mad when she leave you for Pookie and Ray Ray. Woman, don't get mad when you're stuck with Pookie and Ray Ray. Don't get mad when you're stuck with Pookie and Ray Ray, because that's your number one complaint. It's ridiculous. First of all, there's some strange assumption that their dick is somehow better. But that aside, you think I care if you take an overweight woman's vagina and give it to Pookie and Ray Ray? Quite frankly, they're the only ones that's fucking you. I'm be honest. I'm going to throw it out there. They're the only ones that fuck you. There, I said it. There, I said it. Fat women got two things in their life. an empty bag of potato chips that they lick for, you know, the leftover grease or the leftover Cheeto stuff and things like that, and a Pookie and Ray Ray. That's the only thing that they have going for them. You think I give a shit? Do you think anybody is just they're creating this like mythical nerd or something that gives a crap about Pookie and Ray Ray fucking or listen, we do not want Pookie's bitch. Again, we do not want Pookie's bitch. I want Michael B. Jordan's bitch. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. What's Megan Good's husband's? I want his. Like, nobody's thinking about that. Simple. And what she was attempting to do was, I guess she assumed, probably because she deals with a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays, she assumed that I was so simple of mind that I would just take that statement and say, oh no, please don't leave. I'll dick you better. I promise. No. Take your overbearing pussy to anywhere you please.
Said that, Mrs. Black, you are on the money.
Well, more fool her then.
Yeah,
I think just quickly, a lot of the time, when we look at gender roles really come from biology, right? It comes from our biological makeup in that we're meant to do different things in the world. I think when it comes to sex in the bedroom, gender roles and being satisfied is something that lies equally between men and women. Both men and women want to be.
Lies equally between men and women. Equally? Really? Really? It's equal? If it was equal, then this should be equal too. Fellas, provided that on the off chance, because women generally don't look like their picture. Their picture is the maximum that you will get, meaning that she looks anywhere between a 0 and her picture. But let's just go off of the maximum of her picture. If she looks like her picture, press 1 if you would have sex with her. Jessica, we're talking about. Press 1 if you would. Actually, you know something? Don't even press 1. Don't even press 1. I don't want y'all. Listen. However, do this. Do this. Know that the amount of men that would press 1 and the amount of men that she would press 1 on is 2 completely different numbers. Why? Because the desire is not equal. There are more men looking to fuck you than you are looking to fuck. The desire is not equal. It's nowhere near equal at all. Period. It's not even close. For you to say it's equal, we both have equal sex drives is bullshit. It is nowhere near equal. Not even close. Not by a long penis is it equal. That was complete we all receive it equal. That is bullshit. The amount of BS in that is just unfathomable. You see, people accept equal exchange all the time. You go to the dollar store, and with $1, you walk out with an item That's an equal exchange. An equal exchange is $1 for 4 quarters. Nobody says no to equal, or people rarely say no to equal exchange. However, if I offer a woman some dick for some pussy, more often than not, she'll say no. Because it's not equal. It's not even close. That was just ridiculous. And the ones of you who pressed 1 want to give her something ridiculous. Yeah. All right. Let's continue.
Be satisfied in the bedroom. And I know that there are men who actually it pleases them to please someone else. They actually enjoy that, or they take pride in their performance, just like they take pride in their performance at work, in other areas. They take pride in their performance in the bedroom. And I don't think...
Wow. So just like they take pride in their performance at work, I mean, that means that shows like really bad priorities, really.
Because if we're looking at it again in gender roles, that means that it would be a feminine trait for a man to enjoy pleasing his woman, and I don't think that's feminine at all.
Hell no, heavyweight champion.
You are absolutely right. Well said.
I want to give I want to
was GameChanger done? Because no, we cut him off.
I was going to respond.
Okay, go ahead, GC.
So actually, you know, we spent maybe like the first 5,000 years of social evolution not giving a shit if a woman was given an orgasm or not. And it wasn't until recently that we even discovered the, clitoris and G-spot and shit like that. Because prior to recent times in the feminist movement, we truly, as men, didn't give a shit. Now, there's a reason why we give a shit now, and that is because we understand that with the modern construct, that her pleasure assures our further pleasure, meaning that if we were to please her sexually, then we will be able to have sex with her again because we require her consent, not the consent of her father, for continued sexual pleasure. Therefore, the feeling that the men are getting from pleasing a woman is actually a reinsurance of future pleasures.
Yeah, I don't know if we can go back in time and actually verify to any sort of, verified standard what people were doing in the bedroom to sexually please each other. We can't.
Kama Sutra is thousands of years old.
Right.
That's thousands of years old.
Yeah, Kama Sutra is years old, and it was given to concubines on how to please the Sultan.
Yeah, that was what it was originally made for.
I agree with that.
There's in the Kama Sutra, it does tell you about things that are pleasing for both men and women.
For both genders.
Both, right.
The biggest problem with the female and the male orgasm is that the male has a receipt and the woman doesn't. A woman can fake it, a man can't.
I think
so. What's his name? 205 says, "What tangible benefit derives from a woman's orgasm?" And generally speaking, it doesn't. Not even a child. Like a child can be born whether the woman has an orgasm or not. That's just the situation. Like, we probably always conceived whether our mothers were pleasured at the time or not. But we know that our fathers were. Even if you do come from a test tube, he got pleasure putting you in that tube. So, no matter what, without a man's pleasure, the child wouldn't be born. Every conceived human being behind it is a pleasured man. Let's be clear.
And you gotta.
Hey,
what goes? Because you can tell.
Big Chuck, all you need is a mayonnaise packet, brother.
Hey, fantastic! You got to defend that. Your shit look like mayonnaise. I don't know. Maybe y'all BABGs. Yeah. No comment.
That is so thick. But we're gonna get Hannah, Ray up in here. Ray, what you got? What you talking about up in here?
Well, this is what the fuck I'm talking about, damn it.
Oh, that's Ray.
Go on, Ray. Dumb shit. Fuck the dumb shit. I ain't siding damn with none of these niggas, but respect and salute. Damn it, I'm standing on my own damn 10 toes as a man with this shit here. Damn it. This is this here. We are the motherfucking prize. The man, damn it, that's able to fucking provide, go out here and bust his ass, damn it, climb 5 mountains, damn it, just to put shit on the motherfucking table, damn it. Here for here, you need to make that damn breakfast and give me head at the same motherfucking time. Hot damn it. And look here, I know when I do my damn motherfucking job, when that ass is creaming. And this is coming from a nigga who's fucking 5'7", 8 strong, nigga. 8 strong with this here. I'm coming 8 strong on the job, damn it, to fucking provide and do what the fuck I can.
Come on now, brother. We don't need details, brother.
Man. Fuck that shit, nigga. Real shit. I don't give a damn, nigga. Real shit, nigga. Hey, she needs to fucking provide, nigga. She needs to make sure, nigga, her walls and all that shit there is good and able to grip and all that shit. Cause damn it, I'ma make you cream. I'm 5'7", and I can make that ass cream.
So wait. So Ray, you do care about her being sexually satisfied, and then
right.
if we're keeping it a buck,
now because this here, because some chicks don't like, oh, you gotta get me in there for like 3-4 hours though, damn it, before I'm ready to shut down. You know what I mean? And they slick demand that, and I'm like, fuck you, and I'm like, fuck you.
Now you know something. When he said that, I was taken back, but you know, and this isn't me shooting at Ray or anything like this. This is just a thought. If I were with a prostitute, I would do that. I would do that. Like I would stretch it out as long as possible, and I'll make it horrible for her too, because I'm paying. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I'm thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more that's exactly what I would do.
I don't think any women want
you gonna have to earn. She's gonna have to earn those hours.
Anything over hours, that pussy whack. All right, that bitch.
Right. It didn't even last that long.
Yeah, her box is trash.
Her box is garbage.
Okay. But I want to get back to GameChanger and Ray on this. So Ray, it does sound like you do care about pleasing a woman, but GameChanger, when you say
I just know that within my power and capabilities, it just happens. You know what I mean? Like I'm not there like hitting her from the back like, oh, I hope she comes. I hope she comes. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I hope she. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be thinking about that. Focus on your own pleasure. She should be focused on your pleasure, not the other way around.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
now don't get me wrong. Once a woman is in a thought category, then you're just exchanging genitalia. But I'm talking about if these chicks are wondering how come they can't keep a dude, that's why they're focused on their own pleasure, and that's why they're in constant hookup culture. That's hookup culture thinking. But to marriage-minded women are focused on your pleasure.
I'm concerned about my own pleasure.
Real quick.
I'm gonna turn your ass upside down and all that shit.
Okay, but real quick. If the woman is sitting there looking at her phone, looking all upside the wall, you going to work, and she's sitting there looking like, can't wait till this shit is over. Are you satisfied with that?
No. That's why I said that she's gonna have to earn. She's gonna have to earn those long ass hours and shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit.
You gotta earn sex now?
Ain't no women going no hours, nigga.
You damn right.
After she comes, she like, get off me.
So I'm not satisfied if she's staring at her phone or something like that because she's not focused on pleasing me, not because I failed.
Right.
Okay. So with her focusing on pleasing you, don't you think? Well, I don't know, because I don't know. I'm gonna get on up out of there. Yeah, Concrete, take it over, because child, I don't know.
Wait. Let me ask something. Hold on. Wait. Let me ask something. Let me ask this now. I don't want to give anybody any bad influence because this shit can be addictive. But for me, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not suggesting this, but you know, it is what it is. But was it just me? I thought everybody learned how to be good at this shit from watching pornos. Because I'm gonna just say this: if you don't know what to do, I ain't saying to get addicted because you might get addicted, but go watch you some pornos.
No. That is horrible advice. That is horrible advice.
Because it taught me, but it is a slippery slope.
I'm going to tell you why. Most sexual acts on pornography actually look quite violent, and I'm hearing a lot of women complain about.
Look violent? What category are you? What category is that?
About like a lot of the
all of it. I ain't talking about the real rough. But not the real hurtful ones. Because this is what I'm saying. You could go watch a porno, a chick or a guy, watch a few of them, figure out what you like, then bring that back and show your partner. Like, look, these are the type of things that I'm into. And then that gives them a picture is better. You know, it's better than words. That gives them a visual. So then that can help obtain what you're looking for and vice versa. I mean, that's how I got good at it. I was watching pornos. I got good at it.
Well, I did want to endorse somebody's book. Steve the Dean has courses teaching.
Yeah, I know. Like, what kind of porn is this? Like, somebody just come in with some boxing gloves, knock a chick out, and then what the hell?
I mean, Steve's out here doing the Lord's work, and
which courses?
Listen, Wes was out here doing the Lord's work. Edward was telling about how he got lessons.
Which courses you talking about, Sister George?
You know which ones. You know which ones.
Curly, don't do it. Curly, she out here telling you business.
This fantastic.
Out here telling business.
Don't do it, Curly. Don't do it.
We gotta get Hammer Force in here.
He was the one who just, that was Ray. Crazy.
Oh, Ray Hammer?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what I think the interesting thing is about the conversation is that there's someone for everyone. So just as you have maybe like GC's point of view where he's like, I don't care about your pleasure.
Didn't say that. I was saying that she shouldn't care. That she shouldn't care about her own pleasure. See, here's how you determine if a woman is a good woman. If she is altruistic, meaning if she is concerned about the well-being of others more than her own well-being. A truly altruistic woman is more concerned about your pleasures in the bedroom than her own. See, having a child is a altruistic thing. It's painful to bring them in the world. It takes time, money, energy, resources to do it right. Being a proper mother and wife is an altruistic thing because you care about the well-being of your own children and husband than you are about your own personal happiness. Women are so detached from femininity that they've been on more girls' trips than they have kids. That's why under modern culture, most of these chicks just simply aren't good women. Because they're not altruistic. They only have kids if it's something in it for them. If it's to gain access to somebody else's bag. And one of the telltale signs, if a woman is altruistic, is you determine that in the bedroom. If she is more concerned with your pleasure than her own, you got a good chick. Well, that's not necessarily a guarantee. However, y'all get where I'm going with that. You know that she has some altruistic tendencies. However, if she's only concerned with her pleasure, then you know she has a selfish tendency. And do you want a selfish woman as a mother to your children? Do you want to have to try to negotiate having kids with a selfish woman?
all I care about is me being pleased. You might have some women who are into that when you go into like certain things. That's all some people need to get off, is to please someone else. So I think those women are kind of more rare, but they are out there. But I think for the majority of
let me hop in real quick. Jessica, Well, no, Jessica makes a great point. You know, especially women that some women love giving oral sex. Yeah. And it's really nothing pleasurable for her other than pleasuring.
Of course, that's her nature. That's her nature speaking to my penis.
Dude. So yeah, that is a great point. So, you know, some chicks, you know, it's find somebody that's compatible to you.
And if you brothers are altruistic, then hit that Cash App button. Hit that super chat button to all the altruistic brothers out there.
Yeah, I think sexual compatibility, I think that's a thing. People are either sexually compatible or they're not. You've got, like we were speaking, some women want their back blown out. Some men like to blow backs out. Some women don't like their back blown out. They want to make love. Some men like to make love. Everyone's different. So I think sexual compatibility is a thing.
Well, I think
it's overlooked a lot.
I think that would make relationships scarce if you're seeking sexual compatibility. I think that a woman should adjust her sexual desires to meet her man's to be compatible with the man that she's with.
Why not just get one of those?
I don't think there's too many categories.
I just have a question. Why not get a doll or just kind of, you know, get your needs met through a professional? Like, you don't want a woman who has her own desires. I don't understand it. This is insane.
Cheaper.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear the snark? Y'all hear the snark? Why not get a doll? Why not get a working girl or something like that?
I want GC to answer that.
Okay, I'll answer that. Concrete Rose, about a week ago, you asked what's the difference between Keisha and Maria, and you've answered your question right now. So, yeah, that is one of the primary differences between the two.
How dare Keisha want to be pleased?
I'm sorry?
That how dare she desire to be pleased? How dare Keisha desire to be pleased? Like,
yeah, well, I mean, Maria has learned to gain pleasure from pleasing others. So making her more compatible with a larger portion of the male population. And that portion includes the men here who would prefer the company of Maria and Keisha.
Hey, wait, let me.
Now, that's how that was put. That's worth examining because they're confused about it. You see, well, they're asking, what could this man do for me? Maria's asking, what can I do for this man? That is the fundamental difference between you and Keisha. And it will always be the difference between you and Keisha. You and Maria. Oh, excuse me. The difference between you and Natalie. Natalie asked not what she can do for, she asked not what her man can do for her. She asked, what can she do for her man? Natalie is always better than Keisha, as long as Keisha holds on to this selfish mindset.
That's GC something. GC, do you think women perform better if they're turned on, and if you motivate them? Do you think they perform better? Wait. I agree. I want to hear what GC said.
I agree too.
Yes, I do.
So why
wouldn't it be to more to your benefit? Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I don't. So are you talking about, you know, seduction, which is convincing a woman to have sex with you, or are you talking about the act of women being pleased while having sex with you? Two different things.
Well, let me just interject this real quick. Seduction happens in and out of the bedroom. It's not just
Yeah, I know. That's why I answered the question accordingly. He was asking, you know, don't I think that the sex would be better for men if she is seduced both in and out of the bedroom prior to sex? Then the answer to that is yes. However, once again, you know, are we talking about pleasing a woman while having sex, or are we talking about So Rahazi says, "Fuck Maria, I did rigorously." All right.
Really quickly, Jessica brought up a good point regarding like ensuring that your partner or your woman is pleased, period. Like there's oxytocin that's released in the brain. When a woman is satisfied, there's no limit to what she'll go to ensure that her partner is happy. Like not just during that moment, but outside.
See, I didn't get to really finish what I was going to say to David. But basically, there's a difference between seduction to convince a woman to have sex and the quality of sex that for yourself that happens versus the quality of sex that she receives. So, two different things.
She wants to do things to make him happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is what.
And that's it. And her happiness should, be a result of my happiness. You see, one thing about porn. One thing about porn is, at least most of the porn that I watch, they get happy when they see that money shot. They do. They like it on their face and they like it in various different places because they receive a.
You know what? The ones I've seen, they be trying to acknowledge it and shit. They don't be happy at all. They be.
What does she watch? What porn does Sister George watch?
It go right to the eye. It go right to the eye.
Oh, we watch different porn, but yeah.
Categories, put them in the back. Maybe I need to watch.
Oh, you stupid.
Even amateurs not like that, Demetrius. Like, who wants to see a chick just like run away from it like it's acid? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Somebody said, "Poor girl," and don't say that. I just had an awful thought that I'm not going to share, but it's hilarious. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. What the heck? Is there even a category for that? I don't want to know. I don't want to see that. Like, oh, man. No. I mean, I watch amateur, and sometimes I watch what I call Black and Yellow. That's Black man and
anime.
Asian woman. No, not anime. That's a Black man and an Asian woman.
Did you say
that's
girl?
GC
That's hentai.
GC, get to the chopper.
It's just Watch Gamer said the category is boring. It's boring and violent, and who knows? It's like all kind of stuff going on. Dang. All right. Stoic said, in the spirit of altruism, I appreciate you, brother. All right. No, well, it falls under the interracial category, but interracial typically brings up white and black. I like the black man with the yellow woman. Which is more rare.
Like the cartoon.
I don't watch the cartoons.
Yeah, that's hentai. The cartoon, the Japanese porn is hentai.
Now, just to be clear, because it kind of got like overshot. I don't watch hentai. I don't watch cartoon porn. I watch the regular stuff. Like I watch that's one category. And I like the casting couch type stuff from time to time. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. And sometimes like I'll see a chick and I'll just follow her thread. But she's not dodging it, that's for sure.
All the joints fantastic. He's the expert.
Right.
He said that's the hentai.
I'm gonna read this real quick. Shout out to Hybrid Vigor. He said this is a radical feminist. Concrete.
He was definitely talking about.
No, I'm not saying that it's something wrong with it. It's just not my category. That's it. I don't have a category for it.
About you, but did that scientist have an opportunity to chime in on the conversation?
No, I like anime, but not the porn. Like I'll watch anime movies. I like seeing somebody get sworded and dragged, but I don't watch the porn.
And came to God.
I think it's
Gangsta, what
Cain
up,
and
brother?
God first, and then we'll go back around. But GC, did you finish your point?
I mean, so I forget where I was going with it, but so yeah, we go up next person.
We was talking about pleasure. Her being pleased off of her pleasure should be your
Oh,
pleasure.
that's right. That's right. So yeah, if we're talking about a man seducing a woman with, you know, his looks, you know, his charisma, things like that, does that make it better? Absolutely. The more into a woman, the more into a woman is, the more pleasurable I'm sure it would be. Which really says something about women, because they should be working on maximum pleasure for anybody that they choose to please. That's another topic. Now, as far as if she gets off, I think that the focus of sex, though it is important that she gets off too, the focus of sex is to assure that I ejaculate. I think that there's nothing more important in a sexual act than my pleasure.
Okay,
I
gotta say this real quick, Danny, and I'm sorry, I'll shut up. Only a man that that doesn't have the ability to ensure that his woman is also pleased would take such a tough stance.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Y'all hear that? Was that an attempt to shame? Well, am I supposed to be ashamed of that? Like, oh, I'm of a diminished ability to please you. I am a fail. I don't give a fuck. Truly don't. Truly don't. Like, what the hell? I am not a penis samurai. Like, if I have failed with my sword, I will stab myself and I will commit suicide. I don't care. My duty is not to please you. It's the other way around. See how backwards this is? That would be an insult to a woman to say your box is trash. But in our community is how they attempt to insult men. I give a fuck. I truly, what the hell? You could shout it off a rooftop. I still won't care. GameChanger got terrible dick. You think I give a fuck? It's not supposed to be good. It's a dick.
And now my question to you, GC, what do you think caused the shift, like from men being pleased? Because I think it's easier to please a man to men actually focusing on a woman's pleasure. What do you think caused that shift?
Well, I think that society, with feminism and society shift, really.
Yeah, but this is what I kind of felt. I'm kind of looking at it, right? So I was thinking about, okay, the feminism aspect of it, but some men had to agree to feminism for feminism to exist, right?
Men agreed to feminism to protect their daughters. That protection turned into a weapon against men.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Do you think that there's been a shift in society where before nobody was focused on pleasing the woman and now people are ultra focused? I think it's remained the same. Even if we look back, guys have always prided themselves on having like a bigger dick than the next guy.
Now, to equate having a bigger dick than the next guy is not really the same as pleasing a woman, even though a dick is a tool of pleasing a woman. It's really like a symbol of greater masculinity over another man, you know? Like, are the guys like directly saying, I have pleased the woman, I have pleased the bitch? Like, is that what they're saying?
Because they can get more women and sexually please more women. Guys have always prided themselves on that.
Yeah.
So,
oh, really?
Okay, let's
talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second. Like when we think about people like Genghis Khan, like how big was his dick? Oh, he doesn't mention it. Like when we think about people like Julius Caesar, how big was his dick? Oh yeah, it doesn't mention that. George Washington, how big was? Oh, Martin Luther King. Oh, Malcolm. Oh yeah, nobody gave a shit. Because masculinity wasn't really defined by that, and once again until recent times, like they didn't measure Julius Caesar's dick after he died, because masculinity was defined by a man's actions in life and his behavior in life, not his penis size.
Oh, and by the way,
I get you, but even today, just quickly, Big Truck, even today, like we don't, you don't go online and people who have like height, weight, dick size. I mean, people are just publicly putting their dick size.
Then how are you referencing the past? And apparently everybody was measuring their masculinity with their dick. I'm saying that masculinity wasn't measured by their dick, because men who were considered masculine, nobody knew about their dick. They knew about their actions in life. Yeah. 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 Like, where is it written that here lies such and such? He got that good wood.
You can start that though.
I just think, and I'm going back sort of in modern society, right? When we're talking about the times when feminism wasn't out of control, men have always seen themselves as more masculine or more or better than other men based on.
Okay, so now she's trying to idealize men to her pleasure. She's basically trying to tell men men's nature, and that nature is to please my vagina. And it's funny that even though there is no historical figure, I mean, it can be rumored about Raphael, excuse me. Raphael, as well as Casanova. Like, it could be rumored that they, were that dude in the bedroom, but they might not have even been all that. They, like, really, their seduction technique was more, the cornerstone of them. Like, who is the historical figure that a person say he is manly because of his ability to please women? Like Leonidas, Hannibal. Like, who's this historical figure? Shaka Zulu. Like, who is this historical figure that's known for pleasuring women? It's not. It's weird that they're trying to create a narrative that says men have a genetic disposition to please me. And she's gonna go further into this. Watch.
Their size. That's always been a thing as far as I can see. So I don't know if there's been a shift where in society in that
I don't know about that, Jessica. I don't know about that, Jessica. Hold on. I don't know about that.
One person at a time.
So I'm gonna say this. If size was a measure of masculinity, then Asians won't rule the world in 50 years.
Okay, yeah. The one thing I was going to
Yeah. So why is it that the least powerful man has the biggest penises? Like, I think that people who go off of a different measuring dick, they tend to do better in society. Just saying.
When we look at interpersonal dynamics, men do. That's something that men can get insecure about.
Now we're looking into modern personal dynamics when we were just talking about historical references.
Because the one thing I was going to interject is the ancient Greeks, and you can see it in their statues and their art. The ancient Greeks considered large penises to be a morally bad thing. And one of the things you'll notice about most of their statues is that they specifically made penises small. So they actually consider large penises a bad thing, morally bad. Now, the reason why men...
I'm fast forwarding, not that I have anything against dude. I'm fast forwarding it because the size of the penis, like people can use like penis size, to determine masculinity for a number of reasons, not just the ability to please a woman. Like, that's just how bravado works.
Right. The reason why male ego is focused on having a large penis is because of the evolutionary belief that a deeper penetration ensures childbirth by getting in as much semen as possible, and therefore a shorter penis is not able to deliver as much seed, therefore to near the surface.
Man, do you believe that?
No, why did the Greeks think that a big penis was a morally bad thing?
The Greeks believed that having a small penis was a morally bad thing. They considered it to be silly, and because I don't know if you studied ancient Greek art or anything, but basically they considered a big penis was not moderate and it was morally reprehensible, and that's why what they did was they made the animals, the satyrs and the animals in ancient Greek mythology, they gave them large penises and they considered them equal and bad. But the heroes, they always made the statues with small penises.
Yeah, but in the same token, you guys talking about the Greeks leaving out the Egyptians. What did the Egyptians do? What did the Incans, Mayans, and everybody else do? They made the penises extremely large, and they made a bunch of phallic symbols along with phallic eyes. So that's why that's what I'm saying. So the phallic has always been a symbol of power throughout most any type of melanated civilization. So this thing about big penises not being a thing.
Once again, because a penis is a symbol of power, because those who have power also have a penis. Doesn't necessarily mean that his manhood was judged by his ability to sexually please women.
Okay, I'm not insulting anyone intelligent or not. You gotta do a whole lot of research, bro. Big penis equals dominance. Big penis equals alpha. Big penis equals conqueror. Big penis equals all of that.
Okay, let's say it does equal all that. It still doesn't equal like pleasing a woman. Like that's what we're getting at here.
It's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. This is just research you can easily look up and do. So to say the man's penis wasn't a thing or wasn't worried about, this is not historically correct or anthropologically correct or anything. You can't just use the Greeks as the one thing and then leave out the majority of other civilizations and the way they looked at it.
Yeah, but in some cultures, sex was not talked about openly. So you're dealing with a completely different culture where technology has allowed people to talk about things that they never would have talked about before. That's the reason why the female orgasm, until Wades and Johnson started to actually study it, nobody really cared about it because it was a given that as long as the woman was procreating, that something was happening in marriage that was going fine and okay. Penis size was never really a consideration until the open proliferation of porno.
No, that's not no, I just gave you historical context, bro.
No, historical context. Give me references.
I just gave you the reference. Motherfucker, go to National Geographic.
National Geographic. Always stuff is naked people.
And yeah, exactly. What do you see when you're naked?
But that's now. That's what technology is.
You're not listening. Big truck. We're talking about hieroglyphics. We're talking about
when they didn't talk about it. That's what I'm talking about.
They did talk about it.
I'm talking about when they didn't.
Oh my God, big truck. They make whole guys doing nothing but big dicks, my nigga.
And that was only one set of cultural.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward to the part, and then I'll open up the panel. It's been too long, but I'll open up the panel late. I guess I see people dropping off because I've been droning on. So I just want to get this part here because this is just more of, then this is where Dimitri was came in.
For some people, what I'm talking about is that, put it this way, a clitoris, the nerve endings that are there, that's different. That's not a necessity. All of the biological functions, like the reproductive system, is there. The nerves, the clitoris, that's not a necessity. It's there for a reason, and that tells us again. And that tells us again that people are meant to enjoy biology, that you're meant to enjoy doing it. There's meant to
okay, I'm gonna get fantastic and then Kane.
Big Chuck, what does most mean?
Most mammals have sex for pleasure.
I'm gonna ask, so what does most mean?
The majority of mammals have sex.
So that means 51, at least 51%. You are wrong, sir. You want to bet on that? We can bet on it.
More than bet on it. And by the way, well, no, I'm not gonna let you have a chance to try to get your money back.
Well, you're right. What's the point?
No, excuse me. The reason why, first of all, do you understand the reason why you have to have sex for pleasure? Unlike all of those other species that lay eggs and all those other species that mate using traumatic insemination, the reason why mammals mostly have sex for pleasure is because it has to be deliberate. It takes a lot of pleasure to get a man to ejaculate. It takes a lot of pleasure to get a woman wet. It has to be deliberate. That's nature's way of ensuring that the only future generations get here because we absolutely wanted them to do it. Women don't lay eggs in the pond and a man pisses in the pond like a frog. It has to be deliberate. I'll tell you what, you take Bio 501 and then get back to me.
Okay, I want to say this, and then I'm going to let Jessica in. We are high-functioning creatures. Why are we comparing ourselves to mammals as it relates to them not ensuring that the female species in their groups have pleasure, get pleasure out of sex? We're high-functioning. Like, we can't say that we're at the top of the chain and then compare ourselves to mammals as it relates to them not caring about the female species getting pleasure from sex.
Right. It's just most species don't.
Jessica's next. Hold on.
I was going to say, I don't think when dogs are having sex, they're doing it for pleasure. I think it's more of a biological hard.
I don't think that when dogs are having sex, they're doing it for pleasure. See, this is when it starts to get weird. I don't know where she was going with this, but you're going to see the conversation is going to flip after this. So write it down. Right now, she's saying dogs are not getting pleasure from it.
Wire for them to procreate. But I will say the difference is in humans, we are hardwired for pleasure, both men and women. And if we weren't hardwired for pleasure and it was simply reproduction, women, and we're just saying it's meant to be about the man's satisfaction in the bedroom, women wouldn't have nerve endings in their vagina. They wouldn't have.
I have to say this. Dogs have nerve endings in their vaginas. Not that I've ventured down there, but they have nerve endings in their vaginas. So, yeah.
Have the clitoris provides no reproductive function whatsoever. But it's there because it's biology. It's biology that you're meant to enjoy doing it. There's meant to be pleasure for both of you, and in that sense, you procreate more. That's what keeps the species going. There has to be some incentive to do it.
Wait,
Big Trump.
Jessica, you gotta say it.
So
you gotta say it first, Jessica.
Fantastic.
We're gonna let GC hold on really quick because we're actually gonna start the process to close down. So GC, you can respond, but please keep your response to 60 seconds or less, and then we'll let Big Truck in.
Sure. Jessica, pleasure is a biological hardwire. Pleasure is also a reward for something. You know, just like you're encouraged to eat, you receive pleasure from that. The things that you are encouraged to do, whether it's necessary for, reproduction or not, people do it. I mean, dogs wouldn't masturbate, or hump one's legs or one's master's legs, if they didn't receive a pleasure from it. This is a sexual act that doesn't really require procreation. And same for most every other species of mammal, as Big Truck said, that masturbates. So yeah, it is pleasure, whether you want to call it a biological hardwire, which is really the definition of pleasure. They're doing it for pleasure.
When dogs hump things, they're not doing it for pleasure. That's not a dog masturbating itself. That is a dog because it's in heat, right?
Y'all heard it. When a dog masturbates, it's not because he's doing it for pleasure. Huh? It's because he's in heat. And heat means, yes, Demetrius, heat means literally that he's horny. It means that he's horny. And horny means that you want the pleasure of sex. I can't imagine, a person looking at a dog humping saying, yeah, he don't enjoy that. I can't imagine a person looking at any mammal humping and say, yeah, they don't enjoy that. It's like, what? What part of the game is that? Like,
it's in heat, and its mind is literally telling it it's horny, right? It's horny, but it's not doing it. It's not, a dog is not doing that in a masturbating
Oh, so
masturbating sense. And then hang on.
So dogs masturbate for a reason other than pleasure. This is where it starts getting like Twilight Zone.
Okay. Let her finish.
Also, when we're talking about eating is something that you have to do to survive. So even if you might have certain parts of the
and pleasure is something that you want to do to survive.
Brain like that light up, the reward sector of the brain lights up when you eat. For some people, what I'm talking about is that put it this way, a clitoris, the nerve endings that are there, that's different. That's not a necessity. All of the biological functions, like the reproductive system, is there. The nerves, the clitoris, that's not a necessity. It's there for a reason, and that tells us again that people are meant to enjoy sex for both sides. Just like men have nerve endings on their penis, they don't just stick it in and boom, it happens.
Well,
hold on.
Male dogs have nerve endings on their. Male dogs have nerve.
Wait, GC. It was Big Truck's
turn. Yeah, GC. Okay, so first of all.
All right, so I'll end it there. But what I was gonna say was, male dogs have nerve endings there. So basically, according to her, nerve endings.
It's the heat and it's mind.
Nerve endings is given to a species so it can receive pleasure from sex. And since these species have them, then they are receiving pleasure from sex. Didn't know where that conversation was going. Yeah. Ray, what's on your mind? Thanks for being shown.
Yeah, bro. What's up, man? No, shit. I think sometimes, man, like it's not Jessica do it sometimes though, but a lot of people oversimplify shit, man. I'm like, where are we going in this fucking philosophy, man? You know what I mean? Like it's simple shit. Motherfuckers are turned on by what they're turned on. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it was a rabbit hole. I mean, because we were using the animal analogy to bring up a point that, animals just blindly follow their pleasure instincts, where humans has to, be more rational and forthcoming. But I mean, to counter that,
dogs get horny too. Them dogs, they be humping. Exactly. They be humping motherfuckers' legs and shit. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I have a huge question mark on top of my head. Like, where the hell is that going?
Yeah, and shit. To earlier, hell, I don't really care to please a chick, bro. I don't. I mean, hell, bitch. Cause I'm like, why put so much emphasis and focus on that shit, man? You know what I mean? For when good high chance that you are not her best. You know what I mean? So why, like, try to, like, compete in a sense with the shadowy figure of her past? You know what I mean? Why? So it's no point in caring. You know what I mean? Hell, bitch. Hell, I mean, because I know, damn it, what the hell I'm going to deliver. It's just like on a job. Shit. Like, are you unsure, damn it, that you're going to bring some good performance? You know what I mean? Or are you like of the mindset that you know that you're going to bring forth, you know what I mean, that good quality?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same in the bedroom. Shit, damn hell, bitch. I know. I mean, I ain't wondering like that. Oh, am I gonna make a bitch? I know, hell. And if she don't cream because she requires some other bullshit, then that's on her.
I mean, what I'm saying, as far as the men go, men shouldn't be hyper focused on that, on his ability to please women in bed, because we as black men have been resting on that.
Yeah, just what you said earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that we gotta get our minds off that shit.
Yeah, we assure that all we have to do to secure a healthy sex life is to perform in the bedroom, as a woman would. So we're lacking in most every other category as a result of that, or exchange for that.
Yeah, remember Kevin Samuels touched on this too.
Is that part of his recent talks about
about it's not that important.
Like he was bringing it to them like, so you'll leave this man because he's a few inches shorter or can't perform like how you desire and shit. So you're gonna leave him and all these resources and shit. You know, you make no sense.
And not even that some of these females are not even willing to even tell their man how they want to be pleased so they can help each other. They expect the man to know everything about the body.
Yeah, bitch, I'm not a mind reader. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Hell, and plus too, damn it, even if you do tell me, bitch, it ain't a guarantee that I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because what turns me off is being told what the fuck to do when my dick's in you. So,
yeah, and it's just like what you said a little bit ago. Like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm not a fucking game controller, bitch. Or you press up, down, press B.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I have two things though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what? If ARC's watching this, I might have to borrow his catchphrase from him. But Jessica, you get an insert dog face ear. Cause come on, man. They try to get on me when I be comparing with us with the animals. When it comes to certain nature aspect from humans and animals, we're no different. Dogs get horny too. Just like we do. When we get horny,
the way she put that, she tried to make it seem like she was like super fucking and intelligent about it and shit. When it's not rocket science, man. What the fuck?
Exactly. Like, yo, when dogs and humans are in heat, we ain't and we ain't got the opposite sex to release to stick our thing in, we have to do the job ourselves. Dogs, humans produce sperms like crazy. We gotta release that shit.
True.
The hell?
True. To assume that I think it's 3,500 per second. And I don't know what it is in dogs, but I mean that's for humans. Like to assume that, we don't receive pleasure from it. I don't know.
And for a specific reason too, the way she may sound like it's like I can't describe the word for it. Maybe you might know GameChanger.
Well, I mean, if you ever get a chance to talk to her or she comes over here, we can ask. I mean, it kind of the subject drifted from there,
Yeah.
I and I'm looking at what Demetrius is saying, and maybe she was referring to female dogs as I was referring to male ones. But even when I say hump the leg, because that's what the male dogs do, but and females do it, less often. But that should also go to a point that I had earlier that the sexual drive is not equal, nor is the pleasure derived from it. So there was a lot that was said there.
And it's very rare that you got a percentage of. There's only probably like a little percentage of females that got a big ass high sex drive as a dude, even higher. That's not a big number that what I'm saying, that a lot of women be thinking it is. That's why I think when Kevin started trying to challenge these women about when women reach over age of 35, they sex drive go up. No.
And plus too, and caring so much about her pleasures and shit. That's someone that says putting yourself under her.
Well, and true. That is true, both literally and figuratively. But furthermore, it's weird because it's like we are focused on pleasing the one with the lower drive for this pleasure.
Exactly.
So you're saying the men have a high drive to receive this pleasure, the women have a less of a drive, but let's please her, even though it's not as important to her as it is to him. Because if it was, she would be the one buying stoves. So let's be clear, men want it more, and women want you to do more when getting it. It's
she just described a low value prostitute escort, pay her $50 and just give you a wham bam, thank you, man. She lay there with no energy into her job.
Right. Okay, so fellas,
men ain't gonna keep their stamina with no woman that look like a damn dead body and shit like that. For real, like, damn, leave moving, son. Show that you enthusiastic.
Oh no, I would, but I don't need stamina to get off. Like, I just, if she's not gonna concern herself with my pleasures, I'm not going to, concern myself with hers. But,
yeah, you mentioned a big fact when she's on her cell phone and stuff like that. And I've been with a couple females when I'm smashing them from behind, and she just on her cell phone. I'm like, damn, I found myself faking and making me rush to bust this nut. Like, Mel, hurry, rush to bust this nut. I want to get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck it, because like I'm already here. I ain't really enjoying it, but fuck it. My dick's in the pussy anyway. Maybe just bust this nut and get out of here. Not call her back again. Right, like,
right. Okay, so you got any final thoughts, Mel, Ray?
Yeah, I would say shit. Where I was talking about making an earning is that, you know, you don't want to go in and like feeling like you gotta perform at a high level, like in a long ass time and shit, long periods of time. Fuck all that. You know, make that hit for earning. You know what I mean? Hell, if she wants you to go in there like 30 minutes or some shit, hell, she's gonna have to put in work.
exactly. And this shows another factor that most women do not know a man's needs.
More ways than one.
Exactly. And this is one of them. Like, this is part of why we keep telling them, yo, act submissive, cooperative, feminine, in shape, beauty, childless. Especially when you have a sex partner. When she's feminine, she gets erotic in that time. You take control. She gets into it. Trust me, you matter of fact, do Sister George, I know she was saying this a lot, but do Sister George know that if a woman don't make a man bust his nut, she'll turn into the devil?
And plus,
that's like an ego.
Yeah, plus two of them chicks don't know, man. Sister George and Rose, man, what the hell? Like,
yeah,
they think a woman's supposed to automatically get like an hour or 2 hours and shit in the bed. Like, what the hell? No, I'm not gonna fuck a bitch who's a damn demon. You know what I mean? Evil as hell, piss poor attitude and all that shit.
Yeah, like she ain't into it. Like, yo, I'm like. And then when she don't bust out nut, she'll be like, "Yo, that's a shot at her ego." She think her what was the shit. You didn't do nothing to make me hold my stamina.
Yeah, because I mean,
our stamina up more than they feel like I got work to make you bust your wetness.
And plus, too, Donovan Sharp broke that shit down, man, plenty of times, dude. Like, why you shouldn't like care for her pleasures and shit like that, man. You know what I mean? Because she ain't gonna feel like that she has to earn any damn thing. You know what I mean?
And also, and I'm gonna say this in closing for the pleasure argument and the clitoris argument and things like that. You know, just because something is put there, that doesn't mean you should stimulate it. That you like. Okay, take taste buds for an example. You know, like, hey, you know, I was meant to eat anything I want and get overweight because I have taste bugs. It's like, no, you're still supposed to be responsible with these sensations. You know, if you're wired properly, that's you know, a person would be like, you know.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all I have to say on that. All right. Here, let me get Dream and then I'll close out. Dream, closing thoughts.
Yo, GC.
Yeah, what's up?
You said closing thoughts. It's over already?
Yeah, it's over, man. Because I've been talking single, you know, for about 2 hours.
Man, I just got in here. What was the topic?
We was talking about are women entitled to orgasms?
That's a tricky one. But yeah, I'm here listening, I guess.
Okay, just listen to the replay because I'm about to close down.
All
right. So with that, oh, by the way, thank you, Starscream. If you, dang, I forgot, I seen him in here earlier. Starscream, shout yourself out for the Cash App if you're here. If not, I guess I'll do it next time.
Tomorrow's movie night.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow's movie night. The movie is The Last Dragon, so stay tuned for that. Outside of that, I want to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats, the managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. And remember, this is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.
All right, bro. Thank you.
All right, Joe.
Yep. All right, y'all.